The great hall inside Volanus' castle was crowded with various shady looking characters: crime bosses, pickpockets, thugs, crooks, and politicians. They mingled with each other among rows of chairs in front of a large stage with a curtain drawn closed. Off to one side of the room, servants placed food onto a huge table. A small group, including a politician, a burglar, a purse snatcher, and a gangster, talked as they ate their appetizers. "So, I'm a burglar. Done 42 houses. What's your racket?" "A little bit of this, a little bit of that," said the gangster. "How about you?" the burglar asked the purse snatcher. "Let's just say I hope this doesn't take long," he replied. "I've got 27 purses at home in my closet, waiting for me to go through them all." The gangster reached into his back pocket. He pulled out a business card and handed it to the purse snatcher. "If there's any good IDs and credit cards in there, give me a call." "Can I get one of those?" asked the burglar. "Certainly," the gangster said as he handed him a card. "This business is all about networking." The burglar turned to the politician. "I'm sorry, what do you do?" he asked. "I'm a politician," he answered in a smooth and sincere manner. The group looked at him in admiration. "Ooh." They nodded their heads and asked as a group, "May I have your business card?" Across the room, a pickpocket picked someone's pocket, swiping a wallet. A second pickpocket noticed and picked the first pickpocket's pocket, swiping the same wallet. A third pickpocket, in turn, saw the action and swiped the wallet from the second pickpocket's pocket. Backstage, Duncan peeked out at the crowd from behind the curtain. Volanus checked his hair and goatee in a large mirror. "Full house, your sinisterness. Looks like everyone is here," Duncan informed him. "Perfection." Volanus grinned. "No point in waiting. Make the announcement." Duncan grabbed a microphone and spoke over the PA system. "If everyone will please take a seat, we'll get started. Everyone, please find a seat." The rowdy bunch started to quiet down as they took their seats. The curtain opened and Volanus stepped out before them. "Robbers, burglars, purse snatchers, gangsters, thieves, politicians, and the rest of you crooks, welcome. Welcome not just to a great feast in a great hall, but rather welcome to a new world. A world where crime rules. Not just petty crime. Not just the kind of crime that has to hide behind doors, but all crime, out in the open, where it will be free to grow and explore." The crowd cheered and applauded. He waited for them to quiet down. "Now, I want to apologize. For tonight you will see no lawyers among you." All the guests looked around and nodded. "I'm sorry, but I simply will not allow bad elements in my home." Everyone, including Volanus, laughed at his joke. He continued, "So, what has stopped us from success in the past? Why do we not run the world right now? We all know why." Volanus paused, and then said slowly, pointing his finger as he said each word, "They can fly." The crowd booed. "They can smash through the toughest steel." They booed again. "Superheroes are the enemy, and they have left us weak and vulnerable." The whole gang nodded in agreement. "Not only have they continually stopped our efforts, but they have eliminated our only hope, the supervillain. The superheroes have captured all of them, or worse. No more supervillains. How are we, the common garden variety villain, supposed to make a living now that superheroes can spend all their time focusing on us? We don't stand a chance." Again the crowd booed. "My friends, are we not human too? Do we not fill a role in society? If you cut us, do we not bleed? What are we expected to do? Get honest jobs? Ha!" Volanus's voice got louder. "The world would crumble. We make the laws, and all a law is really is a rule protecting one person from another. Without bad people like us, there would be no laws, no reason for government. Think of the jobs that would be lost. Without the politicians and tax collectors, there would be no one to corrupt the government. Think of the number of police that would be out of work without us, prison guards, bounty hunters, bondsmen, judges, psychiatrists. Think of it!" Volanus shouted as the crowd went wild with applause. Volanus waved his hands to hush everyone as he said in a softer tone, "Congratulations to Buddy Smith, by the way, for getting off with the insanity plea. He'll be able to join us in 6 to 12 years." The crowd cheered and Volanus continued to explain his plan. "The list of jobs we create goes on and on. Yet are we appreciated? No! It's always the superheroes that the public loves, that the press praises. Superheroes. No more. Several guests jumped up, pumping their fists in the air and agreeing. Yeah, no more! My friends, I am pleased to announce to you that we have a plan to capture each and every superhero, one at a time. In a few months, there will be none left to protect the world, and we shall achieve our dream. As Volanus made this announcement, some guests shouted out, What? You gotta be kidding. How are we gonna do that? Really? Hurrah for Volanus! Pipe down, gang. Not only will the superheroes be gone, but we are going to frame the weak superflaws for the disappearance, announced Volanus. Someone in the crowd shouted out, Why bother? As others laughed. Yes, yes, it seems ridiculous to waste time and effort removing such weak opponents, but nonetheless, we must think clearly from all sides. Without obvious suspects, the police will investigate, and that will eventually lead them back to us. But with suspects already in hand. As everyone in the crowd started to understand, the applause and cheering began again. The lights dimmed as a screen dropped down behind Volanus. Let me show you where I'm going. A video of Praying Mantis appeared, showing Praying Mantis dancing feverishly. The crowd laughed loudly. Who makes a better suspect than Praying Mantis? Asked Volanus. He was forced to watch two superheroes steal his glory. In just 40 seconds, they captured a thief he had been chasing for 40 minutes. And all he could do was watch, while he danced uncontrollably to the sound of someone's cell phone ringing. The video shut off and the screen rose, disappearing from view. Each superflaw will be framed for the disappearance of one or more superheroes, stated Volanus. And what do I ask for in return? A mere 15% of all the money you make when these super pains have been removed from the street. Some guests in the crowd grumbled. Volanus added, Well worth the price, when you consider the amount of mayhem and crime you will be able to get away with. As the crooks talked among themselves, they started to see the benefits and began stomping their feet and high-fiving one another. Volanus smiled and nodded to Duncan, who immediately joined Volanus on stage with a champagne bottle and glass, handing them to his boss. Volanus popped the cork, held up the bottle, and said, To a world without superheroes. In front of the roaring, cheering gang of crooks, Volanus stood, grinning from ear to ear. He uttered under his breath, Perfection.